that both of you're both good candidates. It's a difficult choice. Today we're trying one of you out. The others shouldn't be jealous, because it's not about the measure of experience. It's not about who's done the time. It's not about who feels richer. At the end of the day, the one who gets the crown is the one who gives the best head.
Effing show. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you caught this, but last week, and in Parliament no less, our Defence Minister, the brave fighting man that is Zahid Hamidi, made a brilliant deduction. When responding to why non-Malay participation in the army was so low, he said that the reasons could be because of a fear towards a tight discipline. It could be because of a low spirit of patriotism. It could be because certain ethnic groups had a negative perception of the armed forces and did not encourage participation. What the what? Fear for tight discipline for certain ethnic groups? Seriously? Has he been to a Chinese school? Look, granted, there are some ethnic groups that are... Well, I'm not comfortable saying this, really. Move on.
Admittedly, ashamedly, some of us have been known to go a little rowdy from time to time. You know what I'm talking about.
The police have just fired tear gas again for the second time in just a couple of minutes.
They treat us like an animal, and put it like a bomb and a...
Sunday's demonstrations weren't as big in terms of numbers. The confrontation lasted several hours. This is only the second major demonstration.
Anyway, we at the Effing Show decided to test out this theory. We set out to discover just how patriotic our fellow Malaysians really are.
Huh? Of course I'm patriotic, what? All my money I don't send to China. I send to Southern Bank. Change to Jin Bank already, CIMB? Never mind lah. Still China man, what? Huh? No, Najib punya brother punya bank?
Of course I'm patriotic. I always vote BN. Look at me. MIC cares.
Yup, sure. I'm patriotic. If you say I'm patriotic, of course, I'm patriotic.
Of course I'm patriotic. I only buy local cars. Cheap ma, Proton Villa. And then I go and modify, and then I go and Fei Chen, Batu Tiga.
Of course I'm patriotic. Actually, I wanted to join the police after my STPM, but then the guy at the recruitment center, he told me, kamu tak payah masuk polis, buang masa je dengan, result yang canggih, bagus macam tu.
Kepercayaan kepada Tuhan, kesetiaan kepada raja dan negara. Can I have my smokes now, man?
Inilah barisan kita yang ikhlas berjuang,
siap sedia berkorban menuju medan bakti.
Hei, masuk tentera? Tak nak, aku takut mati lah. Bukan pasal perang, aku takut national service-nya training camp. Takut kena rogol.
Of course I'm patriotic. I only sing Negaraku, not Negara Kuku. Nah.
Of course I'm patriotic. You wanna know how patriotic? I got a Malaysian flag tattooed on my ass. Hold on, let me show ya. I'll show ya. I'll show ya.
That's when it's handy to have editing detail. Alright folks, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching this week's episode. We'll see you next week.
Hey, wait. Ezra, isn't there a really major story that we've yet to address this week? Come on, macha, don't try to get yourself out of this one, huh?
Ooh, where the heck are you? And Mark, there isn't enough time because the battery on this camera isn't very good either. So, it might, not night the thing,
Nonsense lah, dude. With plenty of battery. Hey, don't worry, okay? I'm everywhere. I see everything. Zaid dropped out of the race for PKR Deputy Presidency. Takkan the Effing Show tak nak komen? Alah.
Saya kata kita memerlukan pemilihan yang bersih, ya? Kerana bukan sahaja saya seorang yang bertanding, ratusan calon-calon lain yang menawarkan diri dan cuba memberi khidmat kepada parti.
Mark, you are a very scary person, wherever you are. Look, folks, given the interest in the topic and the conflict of interest, see that wordplay, I will leave it to our senior political analysts to elaborate on the issue of Zaid's withdrawal from the PKR race. We have representing Team Straight Talk, Pagan, and representing Team Talk Cock, Fike. Gentlemen, let's get straight into it. The response to Zaid leaving the race has split people's views about him. His comments about Anwar and Azmin's leadership.
But times have changed and problems sekarang ini berbeza. If keadilan wants to move forward, Anwar and Azmin must go.
Has touched a raw nerve with the general public. Team Straight Talk, your comments.
Thanks, John. A lot has been made about the effect of Zaid's comments about, how he said them, blunt, straight to the point, spicy, the truth hurts kind of approach, like when you've just found out you've been adopted. It's uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean it's not there. Like when you hear the screaming and the moaning from the next room, you think it's a group of hungry cats looking for food, but you know for damn sure it's your mom and dad having really loud sex. It's still actually there.
Thanks, but my name's not John. But Fike, what I think Uma is referring to is the elephant in the room with regards to the leadership issue in PKR. The credibility of Zaid as a leader has come into question by everyone. Your thoughts, Team Talk Cock. Let's go!
Thanks, John. I have plenty of thoughts, but many of which you already know and do not need to be spelt out. I prefer the technique of where you read between the lines, do the whole tasirat thing, so that you think you know what I'm talking about while I maintain my kepandayan without actually saying it, because I actually haven't figured it out.
But that's not kepandayan, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that just reactionary and not proactive politics? Are you suggesting that you don't actually need to have a stand until you're forced into one?
I disagree. I just believe on being flexible on what I mean when I say things without actually having to stand behind what I said before in the past. For example, on one day someone can choose to say,
sudah tahu dan kenal Datuk Zaid dan latar belakang beliau. Kita menerima ini sebagai suatu penghormatan dan juga suatu lonjakan kepada arus perjuangan kita.
And on another day, I can go further and say this.
Orang tanya saya, apa istimewanya Datuk Zaid? Saudara, dalam sejarah politik kita, boleh tanya berapa orang yang sanggup korbankan kedudukan dia, berhenti sebagai menteri untuk mempertahankan hak rakyat negara kita.
But on the same topic, I can also say something without actually saying anything. We cannot rule out entirely the possibility of Trojan horses having found their way in. So it's like if your best friend's dating a real fugly uggo, and he asks you what you think of her, you can either say, I don't know, I don't have my glasses, or your girlfriend is so ugly, she uses a line of makeup called, why bother?
So, gentlemen, let me just be clear on this. What we're really talking about here is the methodology, the process of how we achieve things, because the sentiment of the public seems to be that they're keen to overthrow Barisan Nasional, no matter the cost. Final words.
Thanks again, John. Malaysians, what I say is what I mean, and what I mean is what I say. I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I like steak, and that's not for kids. If you can't handle that, go have a little girly salad. Any hole is not a goal.
Malaysians, all I'm saying is that what I say depends on your understanding of what I'm saying. Understand? Because the understanding of how we both understand things is dependent on whether or not you and I understand anything in the first place. I think we all can come to an understanding on that stand. Do we understand?
Gotta make a change. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat, let's change the way we live, and let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive.